We are living in an era where whoever screams the loudest wins. You are constantly told that to be successful, you need to speak up, assert your presence, and dominate the conversation. But what if everything you have been taught about influence and power is completely backward? What if the most dangerous person in the room is actually the one who says absolutely nothing? The ancient Spartans, some of the most ruthless warriors in history, built an entire educational system around this very concept. Today, modern neuroscience is proving that they were right. There is a hidden, almost terrifying power in silence, a psychological mechanism that not only rewires your brain, but fundamentally shifts how other people perceive you. So how exactly did an enslaved Roman philosopher use this exact psychological trick to gain immense influence? And more importantly, how can a simple, silent shift in your daily routine rebuild your mind, shield you from manipulation, and make your words carry the weight of an emperor? Every word you speak costs you something. Think about the energy, the attention, and the mental processing required to constantly explain, justify, or react to every single thing happening around you. We treat words as if they're free, but they're not. When you fill every available space with chatter, you are actively teaching everyone around you that your words are abundant, cheap, and ultimately not worth listening to. You might think you are building connections, especially when you participate in what feels like harmless gossip, but gossip is a trap. You might feel a temporary rush or a fleeting sense of bonding when you talk negatively about someone else, but beneath the surface, gossip is silently destroying your relationships. When you speak ill of someone behind their back, the person listening to you is secretly wondering when you are going to do the exact same thing to them. It creates a toxic culture of fear and mistrust that chips away at your own integrity. Instead of speaking, consider what happens when you actually stop. Psychologists have found that strong emotions narrow your focus, making you say things you will inevitably regret. The moment you choose silence over an emotional reaction, you are not surrendering, you are engaging in a form of emotional judo. By refusing to give a reaction, the energy someone sends your way has nothing to push against, and it falls completely flat. But this goes much deeper than just avoiding arguments. The constant mental noise we subject ourselves to is physically exhausting our brains. Society has become absolutely terrified of silence, yet research shows that subjects, like laboratory mice, when they are exposed to complete silence, they actually develop new functioning brain cells in the hippocampus. Silence is not just an absence of noise, it's a physical nutrient your brain desperately needs to repair itself. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and actually enhances your cognitive neuroplasticity. By refusing to be quiet, you are literally starving your own mind. So how did the ancient Stoic philosophers use this biological reality to conquer their worlds? Thousands of years before we had brain scans, the ancient Stoics had already mapped out the technology of the mind. Epictetus, a man who endured the brutal life of a Roman slave before becoming one of history's greatest teachers, laid out a rule that is both brutally simple and incredibly difficult to follow. Let silence be your general rule, or say only what is necessary and in few words. He understood that the more you speak, the more common you appear, and the less in control you are. The Spartans weaponized this. They deliberately imposed silence on their youth so that their thoughts would gain intense force by compression. When a Spartan finally spoke, their words were short, concise, and struck like a spear point. This is the brilliance of brevity. When you force yourself to use an economy of words, you maximize information density.
Long, rambling diatribes are about feeding the speaker's ego, but concise, efficient communication respects the listener and projects absolute confidence. As the famous rule of communication dictates, brevity is confidence and length is fear. When you choose to be silent, you unlock the ultimate unfair advantage, active listening. Most people don't actually listen. They're just in a state of strategic waiting, plotting what they want to say the second the other person takes a breath. Because of this, massive amounts of vital information go entirely unheard. The real dynamic of the room, the hidden insecurities of the speaker, the unspoken opportunities, they're all invisible to the person waiting to talk. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, reminded a babbling young man that we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth for a reason, so we might listen more and talk less. Listening is not a passive weakness, it's an active extraction of wisdom. When you practice active listening, you stop assuming you already know the answer. You stop trying to assert your ego. Instead, you enter the mind of the speaker, tuning in to their emotional state without letting it overpower your own rational calm. By putting their perspective ahead of your ego, you foster immense trust and mutual respect. The person who listens more than they speak will inevitably know more than everyone else in the room. They gather the intelligence that everyone else is too busy talking to notice. This brings us back to that simple 2-minute mental shift. A fascinating study from the University of Pavia tested different types of relaxing music on subjects to measure stress reduction, but the researchers found something shocking. The most profound relaxation didn't come from the music at all. It came from the 2-minute silent pauses randomly inserted between the tracks. Those 2 minutes of pure quiet lowered blood pressure and heart rates more effectively than any calming melody. True power doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't need to dominate a conversation to feel secure. The next time you feel the urge to jump into an argument, to share a piece of toxic gossip, or to fill an awkward pause with meaningless chatter, stop. Count to 3, guard your cognitive energy, let the other person reveal their hand, and let your silence do the heavy lifting. If you want to command respect, start by mastering the quiet. If this shift in perspective resonated with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the psychology of human nature and ancient wisdom. Until next time, stay focused, stay sharp, and remember to listen.